about your film that it's already it started since yesterday. For what I see in the dates for the screenings, um, your film called A Family. How excited are you to be part of the Berlinale Film Festival?
I'm extremely excited. It's such a big honor and such a big privilege to present the film here in this wonderful festival, surrounded by amazing filmmakers. And we had our premiere yesterday, and it was one of the most beautiful screenings I could have ever imagined. So I am over the moon to be representing the film here at the Berlinale Film Festival.
That's amazing. And what inspired you to bring this film to the people?
The film started off on a very personal place, and over the last years, I've been thinking that for many years, I've been thinking I want to make a film about a family falling apart, about a family fracturing, and I've been looking into the different family dynamics that come with that, and where are people looking for, and what are they longing, what keeps them busy, and at the core, we are all looking for a certain emotional safety in life, and fracturing families made that crystal clear to me whilst we were developing that I wanted to make a film surrounding about that. And I've also been really interested in different perspectives on the same event. So I wanted to put a magnifying glass on seeing occurring events from two different worlds. So shifting the lens just 180 degrees, things that, and see literally the same weeks that we've seen in another chapter, things that were invisible before suddenly come into light. And that has been the start and the root. So it started off a very personal place, but then as we were developing and as we were progressing, the film became of many others. People from my co-writer, people we spoke to, everybody had their own connection and feeling with these themes and topics we were talking about in the script. So it became a film of many others.
And Mess, I wanted to ask you, being the fact that independent filmmaking has become much more popular throughout the years, and something that you just mentioned right now, the connection that you have not only yourself with the story or the writer or your co-writer, you had a connection with everybody. And do you think that is the fact that independent filmmaking touches more the heart of, like, for instance, you the director and the person who wrote the film and the audience around it?
You said independent filmmaking has become harder or more popular?
No,
What was it?
more popular, more popular.
I think the beauty of independent filmmaking is actually that it often tells stories that come from the heart, that are coming from a personal experience where people can relate to and where and people can see themselves represented. And as so we that was our ambition as well with a family, that people with this story and with the people we are portraying. And I think we've been very yesterday, for instance, the it was our first big screening, and people were so beautifully moved and so emotional and touched by it. So all from different sorts of backgrounds, families that were divorced, or people thinking about their brother-in-law or their sister, or people called their. I've heard many stories that a mother called her two daughters immediately that she was in the middle of a divorce, that she thought, I'm going to do it differently. And also somebody who called his wife immediately after the screening that we need to talk about things. So it has been had the reception that I could have dreamt of, only could have dreamt of, and I think it comes from it comes from the heart with many independent filmmakers, filmmaking, films.
And is there any scene on the film that till this day touches your heart every time that you see it or when you remind yourself when you were filming it?
It is funny because me and my editor, Imre
Yeah.
Reutlingsberger, who I absolutely adore, always have a different moment every time we've watched the film several times, numerous times, as you
Okay.
can imagine, during the edit process. Every time a new thing pops to mind that we spoke about, that we were filmed, that I told an anecdote about it, every time it shifts. And I like that because every time I have another emotional response because to a certain scene. Because then I'm watching the film with my sister, for instance, I think about the girl in the sister part of it, and I feel like, how would she read it? I'm watching a film with somebody else and I see it through their eyes. And sometimes I'm seeing it by myself to review some things. And it's like every time there's a different scene. And there's been it's a tremendous amount of beautiful anecdotes I can tell of different shooting things that are funny for people who are on set or people can, yeah. Every time it's different.
That's amazing. And were there any challenges while filming?
Filmmaking, I think, is always challenging. Always, as expected, the unexpected happens.
Okay.
So it is always something different occurs. Always so what I really enjoy with my film team, I've been working with several of them for many years, that we are always open-minded. We are always open for the unpredictable and the surprise. So we come ready-handed. We come with a very extensive shot list. We come with a something very clear, but we always stay open for something that we haven't foreseen. So we stay curious what presents us in front of the lens, and therefore we adapt on the day itself very often to something new or an act the other way, other direction.
And
You're back.
I wanted to ask you, now that you have what is the next step? You have now a couple, your film is going to be screened in Berlinale for a couple of days. What would be the next step for yourself and this film?
I just hope that I hope that the film will be seen by as many people as possible, and that they are connected to it as we've had yesterday and in the upcoming period. So I just hope that the film will be seen and embraced.
That's amazing. And Mess, I have this will be my final question for you today. If you could describe a family with one word, what would it be?
In general, in life, in what kind of context? I can say, what do you mean?
One word that defines the whole film.
Oh my, um, cool. One word.
Yes, one word.
Okay, what's that? Love.
Love. Okay, yes, I see it.
Love.
Uh, I I really I really do hope that everybody that sits down in these upcoming screenings for a family loves it as much as everybody has watched it from yesterday's screening. And Mess, thank you so much for giving us the time to talk about the film and about yourself. And I hope that in the near future we can get to sit down and talk about any future endeavors as well.
A pleasure will be mine. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day as well.